Hello and good day to all of you. My name is Thinusha Selvaraj, and I'm a lecturer from the Faculty of Creative Industries, University Tunku Abdul Rahman. This is the presentation for the fourth International Conference on Business, Education, Social and Technology 2023. Firstly, I would like to thank Asian Scholars Network for providing me this platform to share my research titled Students' Perceptions on the Effectiveness of Implementing Digital Tool for the Reading and Writing Skills during the Endemic Phase in a Private University. In this presentation, I will be looking at 6 things, which are the introductions, literature review, methodology, findings, recommendation, and lastly, the conclusion. Now, allow me to switch off my video to stay focused. I would like to start the introduction of my study by explaining the definition of digital tools. According to Pavic et al. 2022, digital tools such as sites, softwares, or learning platforms that connect educators and learners have proven to be a good way to monitor and evaluate students in online teaching during the pandemic in higher education institutions. In addition to that, Lind 2017 further added, incorporating digital tools to support and improve writing skills is a growing area of research as teachers search for new and better ways to increase students' engagement and improve students' learning. Lastly, Chabra 2012 explained that we are living in a world where technology is universal and ubiquitous. Hence, the emergence of new technologies like internet, YouTube, Skype, Twitter, blogs, mobile phones, interactive boards, and many more have added not only stimulus but also learners' engagement and through interactivity within the classroom. Besides my personal experience, let me explain why did I choose to focus on these two skills based on my reading. Firstly, according to Pack et al. 2019, writing skills has always been a challenging skill for ESL learners. One of the reasons is that the inability to generate and organize their ideas for writing. Next, reading skills has been quite challenging because students face difficulties in getting the overall meaning of the text and recognizing the words from the text, according to Romley et al. 2018. My next slide is on research questions. I have 2 research questions, which are: what are students' perceptions on the implementation of digital tool during the endemic period? And the second one would be, how does the implementation of digital tool benefit students? After my introduction, the second part of my study is the literature review. As technology has become universal, students are addicted to mobile devices, according to Olivera et al. 2021. In addition to that, Ojobor et al. Explained that the technological changes in the mode of information flow have given rise to what is today known as the digital environment, an environment in which most students encounter great challenges to freely navigate in. Besides that, According to Olivera 2022, tools for digital classrooms aid knowledge seeking and knowledge involvement. According to Klum et al. 2022, resilient pedagogy is an emerging field in education that is intrinsically tied to online learning in a crisis. During earlier crises, higher education institutions did their best to pivot to online learning. The third item is the methodology that I used for my study. Here, allow me to explain a little bit about an action research that my friend and I conducted prior to this research. Our action research was on the implementation of digital tools in the English language reading and writing skills in the Malaysian private university. From the action research, we received many interesting findings where it led me to come up with this existing research. For this research, I wanted to find out students' perceptions on how effective was the implementation of digital tool Microsoft Teams in their reading and writing skills. Hence, the convenience sampling using quantitative method was used to select the respondents of the study. Questionnaire via Google Form were given to the students who were involved in the previous research prior to this research. About 29 out of 40 students responded as it was voluntary. Simple questionnaire, which consists of 3 parts, were given to students. In part A, there were general questions on the preference of English language skills and learning methods. Part B consists of 2 sections where section 1 had 6 scale questions on the benefits of digital tools. On the other hand, section 2 consists of 10 scale questions on the students' perceptions of implementing digital tools in the reading and writing skills. Lastly, part C consists of 1 open-ended question on suggestion to improve the course. All the questions were adopted and adapted from past research papers related to students' perceptions on the effectiveness of digital tools and according to the objective of this research. In addition, questionnaire also went through a peer review process in order to validate the survey design. The fourth part of my research is the findings. Here, I will only highlight the most significant findings of the research that I have completed. Based on my research, majority of the students prefer face-to-face classes. About 82.8% of the respondents prefer face-to-face classes compared to remote learning, which was done during the COVID-19 pandemic. Next, when relating to research question 1, students' perceptions on the implementation of digital tool. More than half of the respondents agreed that the implementation of digital tool enhanced their ICT knowledge in classroom usage. In addition to that, 18 of them agreed that English lessons, especially the reading and writing skills, are better when activities are done, discussed, and saved using the digital tool Microsoft Teams. Next, almost all agreed that the usage of digital tools in class helped them for their revision at home, especially after their face-to-face classes. Additional usage besides the University Learning Management System, LMS, benefits the students a lot. And lastly, more than half of the respondents enjoy using digital tools for the activities done during class. Continuing with the findings, RQ2, which focuses on the benefits of implementing digital tool. When talking about the benefits of implementing digital tool, there are almost more than half of the respondents who agree that digital tool helps them to collaborate with their peers. Next, the implementation of digital tool helps them to share the outcomes of class activities. Thirdly, digital tools benefit them where they are able to provide and receive professional feedback from their peers. And lastly, the implementation of digital tool helps them to revise after their classes, and it also helps them to keep track and record all the class activities and discussions that are done during classes. Here comes the fifth part of my research, which is the recommendation or suggestions. As this research consists of a few limitations in terms of the type of digital tools and number of respondents, I would like to provide suggestions for future studies. Also, as COVID-19 has redefined the teaching and learning to such a degree that the highly significant differences between the pre- and post-pandemic educational environment must be acknowledged, according to Klum et al. 2022. Hence, in future, study can be conducted in a bigger scale where different universities or more respondents can be incorporated. Next, as this study focused only on Microsoft Teams, perhaps different digital tools can be used to see a variety of responses in future. Lastly, instead of reading and writing skills, different skills can be implemented in future studies. Finally, I have reached to the last part of my research, which is the conclusion. Although the reading and writing skills can be quite challenging to some students, proper teaching method and guidance using interesting methods could encourage students to participate and do better. In this era, where technology is ubiquitous, the implementation of digital tools may help keep students engaged in class activities and discussion. These are a few references that I have used for my research. Now, being at the end of my presentation, once again, I would like to thank Asian Scholars Network for providing me this opportunity to share my research. Also, I would like to inform you that if you're interested to read my research paper, you can always read it from ResearchGate once it is published. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for your patience and have a nice day.